Hi, we just finished meeting for intonation practice on Wednesday, February 28th. And we started with a request for those who don't know. And I felt like it needs a little extra to help put it in context because that's usually an introduction to new information or repeated information. For those who don't know, the only thing here is we don't say the T in don't. So I didn't have any other spellings. I added, I now live in Kansas. And live in will connect, and it doesn't look like it, but this S in the middle is a Z, Kansas. So for those who don't know, I now live in Kansas. As time went on, you're not going to say the T and went, just went on. As time went on, I wanted to discuss with you. I wanted to discuss with you. Wanted, no T in the middle. Wanted. I'm going to change this T to a D, but we only need one D and two to So wanted. I wanted to discuss with you. I wanted to discuss with you. It may seem weird to have de right next to each other, but I wanted to discuss with you. And you could use I wanted to for many other things. I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to know what you thought. I wanted to meet you later. I don't know. I ran out of things to want. I wanted to discuss with you. This one, it could sound rude. That's what I was doing. So you have to be careful with your intonation to make it sound not annoyed. And to sound not annoyed, we need to go higher in pitch. So that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Maybe if I finish the sentence with something that doesn't sound annoyed, like, oh, that's what I was doing when you called. Oh, that's what I was doing when you called. That's what I was doing. That's what this T changes to a D. That's what I was doing. Look at that. Look it. So look it. This at will reduce to just an or an I. Look it or look it. Either way, you're not going to say the T and just go to the that and don't pronounce the last T. Look at that. I'm from the United States. I'm from the is not important. I'm from, if I say the, because the next word begins if I say the, either way, I'm from the United States. If I say the, I don't have an invisible Y. I'm from the United States. Either way, the stress should be on states. So make sure you have an A where your tongue rises and has a vowel. Never straying above it or below. Never straying. So to make this combination easier, instead of saying straying with an ing in the back, straying, I'm going to change it to EEN and put my tongue in the front. Straying, above. So now it makes it easier to connect to above. Straying above it is a connection, and this T is between two vowels, so it will change to a D. Straying above it or below. Never straying above it or below. Never straying above it or below. Following the 4 steps pathway. There's absolutely no connections here, so that makes it easier after the last one. And I'm choosing to go up on 4 because it's an adjective. So following the 4 steps pathway. Let it shape our frameworks. Let it shape our. Let it. This T changes to a D, and this one stops. I put that little mark there to show you. What happened? That you don't pronounce the T. Hold it in the position. Shape bar. Shape bar will connect. And instead of saying our, you don't have to be so perfect. It can be more casual, like our. Shape bar. Let it shape our frameworks. This one has words that I never say, so I also had to slow down for this word is allegorize, and this one is moralize. Not tend, not tend. You're not going to say the first T, you're going to release the air on tend. Not tend. I'm changing this T to a D. We only need one from tend. So we just make this to a duh. To allegorize or moralize. So it looks kind of crazy. Not tend to allegorize or moralize. And I don't have to make a perfect or, I can make an and so it'll sound like allegorize or moralize. Either way, not tend to allegorize or moralize. Not tend to allegorize or moralize. Lots of R's, L's, and Z's in there. I feel he makes me heard. I feel he makes me heard. Feely, the H is going to disappear because of the H deletion rule. If you have the pronouns he, him, his, her, and weirdly them, you can get rid of the H and move the consonant to connect. So did he, tell him, tell him, tell her, tell her, tell them, tell them. So, in a sentence in conversation, you probably don't even notice it. So, if I said, did he get here on time? Did he? Tell him I called. Tell her I called. Tell him I called. I value your time. Instead of a perfect your, I'm making it your. I value your time. Let's keep a closer eye on. Let's keep a closer eye on. Keep a will connect. Closer eye on. Kind of a Y here, so it sounds like less. You don't have to make a T. Let's. Nobody will notice if it's missing. Less. Let's keep a closer eye on. Let's keep a closer eye on. All right. And now, without stopping, for those who don't know, I now live in Kansas. As time went on, I wanted to discuss with you. That's what I was doing. Look at that. I'm from the United States. No, I put it on the United. I'm from the United States. That's what I would say. Never straying above it or below. Following the 4 steps pathway. Let it shape our frameworks. Not tend to allegorize or moralize. I feel he makes me heard. I value your time. Let's keep a closer eye on. Oh, and H deletion. That's it. All right. Thank you. It was good to see everybody, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks. Have a good afternoon, morning, or good evening.